How y'all doing out there? Thank y'all for watching the G Rich Show. I'm your host, the one and only Granville Richardson. Today I got a special episode. I call this lady my sister, man, because she 100% good peoples. She's been nominated for Podcast of the Year for the 704 Culture Hip Hop Awards. She goes by the name of Goddess Seven, and she has a podcast called Cousins T Podcast on YouTube and all streaming platforms. Y'all give it up for the one and only Goddess Seven.
Hey y'all.
Hey, and I got the first interview.
Yep.
So when she turned to Oprah Winfrey, I could always be like, "Hey, you remember your first interview?"
It was right there at G Rich Show.
You better believe it. Hey, like I said, I appreciate you for taking your time
Thank
out
you
your
for
day to come.
having me.
Man, thank you for coming. It's a pleasure. Now, the first question I always ask every guest on the show, I ask them, "What city you from? What side of town you from? And what high school you went to?"
Okay. So where I'm from, I was born in Trenton, New Jersey, but I ain't grow up there. I grew up in Florida,
For
in
sure.
Orlando, Florida, and I've
Okay.
been here for about 8 years now.
Okay. Shout out, got that on Jersey. Shout out Jersey. And what high school you went to?
Jones High School, best high school in Orlando, Florida.
Best school in Orlando, Florida. So, did you where did you spend most of your childhood in Orlando, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Cause how was it growing up in Orlando?
Oh, I loved it as a kid. Cause see, as a kid, and you live in Orlando, you got the best vacations, and not vacations. Sorry, y'all. He got me on this teleport early today, so not vacations, but the best field trips.
Oh yeah.
Like
Heck
your
yeah.
field trips gonna be like Disney World, Universal. You in a summer program, y'all going to the beaches, all the water parks. So
Mhm.
growing up as a kid, I love that shit.
For real, can't beat it,
As
man.
far as like growing up in the city.
So how far were you from like Disney World? Because when people think about Orlando, that's the first thing they think about is Disney World. Like how far were you from Disney World?
Not far, cause this the thing. Like all the hood is not far from the theme parks. It just look that way, cause it's so much stuff built up.
Mhm.
But you drive about 10 minutes down, take a right. You know what I'm saying? You right there in the hood. It's another hood called Tangelo Park. It's right there on International where
Mhm.
all the theme parks be. But I was probably about, I'm gonna say about 15, 20 minutes. And then the last place that I lived before I moved up to Charlotte, I was probably like about 10, 15 minutes.
Like during the summertime, is the traffic real? Do it get real hectic out there? Cause I know the traffic got to be stupid.
Yeah, only in the tourist area though.
Okay.
Not
Oh, you
and
said they
then
not.
on the highways too, but not like on the inner city.
Okay. So let me ask you this: what else does Orlando have going on other than Disney World? Because that's what people, the first thing they think about when they think about when Orlando comes to mind. Like, can you tell us some other things that Orlando has?
Like any type of things they
Yeah,
got.
like y'all got festivals, Bike Fest, or
Oh,
uh,
because I was gonna say drugs, scammers, good hairstylist, a good booster, some bitch that's designing some good shit.
You said they down there in Orlando for sure.
Yeah, they hustling down there. But festivals, we got the Florida Classic. That's with Florida A&M in Tallahassee, the FAMU Rattlers.
Oh, they got a
And
hell of a
Bethune
band.
Cookman.
Ooh, I know
Yeah,
that
we
home.
had a classic there every year for them.
I know that homecoming is that don't they got like a battle of the bands type thing?
Mhm,
Man,
I love the battle of the bands.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
Now, when you were down there in Florida, did you grow up with your mom and your dad, or just your mom, or just your dad?
I grew up with my mom and my stepdad.
Okay.
Like I always knew who my dad was because my mom always told me, but I connected with my dad when I was an adult. Like when I was in Orlando, I ain't really had no relationship with my dad. I didn't
For
know
sure.
my father. I found my father. Like I really wanted to find him, so I kept looking. Like I looked in the yellow pages. Back then it was the yellow pages,
Mhm.
you know. I called Steve Wookos. I called the whole Murray, I think, and one day I got to the number and I called that number and the girl was like, "Yeah, this his business," and I was like, "This his daughter," and that's how I met him. We was in our 20s. I was in my 20s. I mean, like my later 20s. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So, and he had called me back, and just so happened he was looking for me at the same time too. He had on his
Wow.
page that, if you seen my daughter, she's this age. They moved to Orlando, so he was looking for me too. So yeah, I ain't grow up with him. I grew up with my stepdad and my mom. My stepdad pretty much raised me. He was a military parent, so
Okay, okay. So tell me one thing that your mama, some lessons that your mama taught you as a kid that you carry on with you today.
always be responsible for your actions.
For sure.
Never let your heart change. Like if you got a good heart and somebody do some fucked up shit, you don't let your heart change about that. You keep your good heart no matter what.
Absolutely.
Always be a person of your word. Make sure that you got your own no matter what. You don't depend on nobody. Like, don't depend on nobody but God. If you find somebody bigger than you and they goddamn feel like they big ass gonna beat your ass, pick up a rock or something by the side of the gate and knock their ass the fuck out.
Mama said pick up a stick and beat their
Yeah.
ass. Boy, that's crazy. What's mama name?
Sarah.
Shout out Miss Sarah for
Yeah.
sure. Shout out
R.I.P.
Miss.
to my mom. She ain't here no more, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, nice,
Oh,
good, but
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So what made you move to Charlotte from Orlando?
Well, one thing I ain't like about Orlando, like Orlando got a lot of racism, but racism like in a workforce type of aspect. You know, systematic racism. That's what I should say. They got a lot of systematic racism. So that made me want to move from Orlando. Another thing that made me want to move from Florida is because like the water levels, like it's getting higher and higher and higher. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, years from now, part of Florida gonna be under the water because we under sea level. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
So that was the two reasons I moved out of there.
So what was the biggest like culture shock from? What's the big difference from Orlando and Charlotte? Like, what's the first thing you noticed that was the big difference?
What made me fall in love with Charlotte because there's a lot of black people on their shit in Charlotte.
For sure,
Like,
for sure.
That's something that I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to move somewhere where it's a lot of people who look like me and they on their shit, not just like, yeah, we on our shit down there too, but it ain't from like scamming and shit. Like people really on their shit here. These people got businesses,
Absolutely.
they got shit going on, you know, and they don't care about networking with you. Some of them might do, but for the most part, they don't. So that's what I love about Charlotte. Like, it's a lot of black people that's on their shit here, and they'll network with you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like Charlotte, to me, I mean, I've been here all my life. It's starting to grow. I remember when Uptown was just one building for real. So like, to see it from like 1990 to right now is just a big total difference. Like, some people hate on the people that's moving from out of town to the city, which I think is weird as hell. But I feel like all these states coming from all over the place. Like, you got people like yourself coming from Orlando. You got a lot of people coming from up north. Y'all kind of bringing like the flavor to the city for
Yeah.
real. Cause it was so fucking boring here.
My
Like,
fiance came from up north. He came from New Jersey. from
man, shout
Trenton.
out Jerry. Yeah,
Yeah.
bruh say he like them goddamn Eagles and shit.
Yeah, but another thing that I like about Charlotte, now that I'm here, is they police don't fuck with you like that.
No.
Like, where I'm from, you're getting harassed. Bitch, you better not ride with no bad tag. You better make a complete stop. Bitch, don't run that light. Don't do shit. Bitch, follow all the rules. Because they ass might pull you over. Like,
Harassing.
right.
Why they like that,
I
though?
don't know, but up here they ain't, and I love that shit.
First time police got behind you, you was like,
So
motherfucker
nervous.
got behind
Right.
you, kept it moving. You was like, woo.
Yeah, my uncle was like, they ain't like that up here. You ain't got to worry about it.
Nah, hell nah. Not at all. Now, how were you in high school? Were you the nerdy kid? Were you the quiet kid? Were you the class clown? Were you the bad kid?
I was the bad kid, but was smart as fuck.
Okay, I got you. So you was goddamn, you was talking back to the teachers and shit.
If you say the wrong thing, I might would, but I'm the type of person like back then, I ain't really like going to school. Like, I used to skip school and go right back to my goddamn house. Like, I really didn't like going to school, but the thing about it was when I went to school, I was the smartest one in my motherfucking math class. Like, I would go from the lowest grade to the highest grade instantly, and bitches want to cheat off my paper and shit. You know what I'm saying? But at a certain point, I just didn't like. I ain't like going to school like that, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. And then I think because I always knew in my heart I wanted to be like an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
First, I wanted to be a nurse. Then I found out the doctor made more money, so I wanted to be a doctor. Like, And then I wanted to be a lawyer, and I only wanted to be those things because I knew they made a lot of money. But then I thought about it, like, as a woman, if I jump into those careers, it might affect me when it comes to like marriage and family, because I also want marriage. I also want my own family. You know what I'm saying? And I always knew that I wanted to be able to be there to give that time. And sometimes, a lot of times in those type of careers, you ain't really got time
No,
for family.
always busy.
So
Always
that's why
busy.
I ain't really go with it. And then I found out that bitch, you gonna owe all that money back after you graduate. You know, y'all, it's gonna be a lot of money owed. And then I found out that shit, if you want to be a business owner, you ain't really gotta go to school for shit. All you gotta do is have some knowledge and know how to goddamn be a salesperson
Be a
or have
boss.
something that the fucking people want. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's what I think was wrong. I wish in schools like they would teach that, but I feel like schools almost kind of setting the kids up for failure because they don't even really teach them about how to balance a checkbook, credit, but they want you to go off to college and then you're going to be in a big hole of debt when you get out,
Right.
instead of teaching them how to manage their money and shit like that, or teaching them like you can start your own business. I think it's almost like a setup for real, for real. For real.
It's like, I ain't saying don't go to college, because we need doctors and shit like that too. We need people like that in the world, and just people to do it. The world made for workers and it's made for bosses. So we need some workers.
Absolutely.
But that is just not for me. I work now because I got a job. You know what I'm saying? I still have a job even though I do other stuff on the side, because I'm not where I want to be at.
You got a job for right now because
Right,
your shit finna
right
blow.
now, right.
For sure.
When I get to that certain level, then no, you know what I'm saying? Even at my job, I'm at a situation now where, bitch, I'm here by choice. I'm not here by force. I'm here because I know, like, this gonna get me somewhere. This a part
For
of
sure.
the investment.
Sometimes sometimes I be like that at certain jobs. I be like, man, I'm here by choice. As soon as they say some dumb shit, I be like, man, I don't give a fuck. That shit always be in the back of my mind. Like, say the wrong shit to me at this job, I'm like, boy, I do not give a fuck about this job. I get up and walk away.
Right.
For real.
Don't say the wrong shit today. But then your other mind be like,
Like,
nah, let me
go
calm
ahead.
my ass down and sit right the fuck back.
She said, let me whoop side that thing out. Shoot. Okay. Let me ask you this. What made Goddess 7 get into podcasting?
Well, initially, what made me get into it is because I used to, I would say by ex, because it's my previous ex, but he was into podcasting.
Okay.
And I was like, dang, that's dope. I want to do that. Me and my friends could do that. And I tried it, like, with one of my close friends, and it didn't work out that way. And then I tried it again. And when I tried it again, it was with my cousin. You know, that's how we came up with the name Cousins T.
Okay, I was going to ask you that. I wonder how you got that name. That's dope.
Yeah,
Okay.
because me and my cousin started this podcast, but we branched off, and she got her own podcast. I got my own podcast.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I kept the name Cousins T, and now my audience is my cousins, and my whoever I'm interviewing, them my cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's dope. That's dope for sure.
But, oh, wait, I ain't finished yet. My bad, y'all. So, look, that was just the beginning of how I got into it. And then when I got into it, like, I also wanted to create a podcast where I was going to be talking to entrepreneurs and shit. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Talking to creators of all genres, because I used to host my own events, and I know artists and, you know, things of that sort. And just to give back to the community. Like, that's the reason I started, but the reason behind the whole creation is for me to give back to my community
Absolutely.
by having people come on there, talk about what they do, you know, putting your face out there to the world. And then for my viewers, maybe you want to follow this pathway. They finna drop some jewels and give you some knowledge about what they doing. You know what I'm saying?
Put people on game.
Right. And to me, that's a way of giving back to my community, because my podcast is created for the minority community. If others want to watch, I welcome them too, but I created that for my people. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You better tell them. Now, what was the hardest part? Like, with doing a podcast, everybody think it's so easy just to do a podcast and then just overnight you just got everything you need. What was the hardest part about starting a podcast?
It was a few things hard. Like, finding guests in the beginning, because you don't want to just bring any kind of guest on your podcast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? if you doing all your shit in house, editing, that's a big one. Like
Ooh.
editing, that's one of the hardest things that I had to overcome, and I'm still overcoming that right now. And then like even with just posting on social media constantly, because I'm not a social media person. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm not. And if I am like scrolling through social media, it's probably Facebook. I'm old school. Them goddamn people I went to school with, my family members, something like that. But
Absolutely.
Instagram and all that kind of stuff, like
It's
I
kinda
never
new.
really, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I started doing that when I started doing poetry. My cousin was like, "Oh, you got to get you an Instagram page." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get me an Instagram page." But shit, posting on social media. If you ain't no regular social media person and you somebody who just like be chill on the back end, like you got to come up out of that because you got to constantly like be up on that shit. That's something that I definitely had to overcome.
Mm.
I had another hard. Well, nah, that one hard. That was easy.
What was that?
I was gonna say like learning how to control the conversation.
Oh,
Cause like
yeah,
when
yeah.
I first started off, like my first interview,
Mhm.
like that person was kind of rambling, but it's somebody I know that like, that was family. That is family. You know what I'm saying? But then my fiance was like, "Babe, you can't do that no more. You gotta make sure you take control of the conversation.
sure,
Like
for
don't
sure.
let them just keep talking. Stop. Say what you gotta say." And then I did it ever since because he was right. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's a better way of so you gotta control the conversation and
That's one of the things I had to learn too, because like, to be honest, I don't really talk like that. I'm real quiet and standoffish to myself. So, like me, some people like, "Grandma, you got a podcast?" Like, yeah. I don't really say too much. So me just having like I'm really learning as I go. To be honest, like this is
right.
yeah.
And I'm gonna say not having no followers, cause like when you don't got no followers like that and you building that shit up from ground one, like that shit be hard because you gotta think of it. You started with 0 people. You don't know nobody on YouTube.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know that many people on Instagram. So you know what I'm saying?
You starting from ground
Right.
zero.
But then that 0 might turn to 10, 10 turn to 20, 20 turn to 40, and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? So that's some hard shit.
That is some hard shit. You were saying earlier, your first time ever doing your pod. Was you nervous doing it? Your first ever episode?
The first ever episode, I wasn't nervous. Well, I felt a little bit of like that feeling that I used to have with stage anxiety come on, but it left instantly.
You know,
Right.
as soon as you said stage anxiety, I thought about that story you told me
Yeah.
when you was doing poetry.
Mhm.
Matter
It
of
left
fact,
instantly.
can I ask you about about poetry? Like, what made you get into poetry for real?
Well, I love poetry as a kid. Like when I was a kid, I used to have to do a poem every year for Black History Month in my church because I grew up in the church. And once I did that Phenomenal Woman, that first year, they wanted me to do that Phenomenal Woman every time. And I got up there and did it because I loved it so much. Then Janet Jackson came out with that movie, and then Maya Angelou book was really popping like that.
Mhm.
Like that's what got me into poetry. Like
Mm.
I was into poetry as a kid, but then as I got older, I kind of stopped. But I still was a writer, but I just stopped, and then I started picking back up poetry when I moved here in Charlotte. I went to like my cousin was working at this little spot or whatever, and they had like a poetry day, and they was doing erotic poetry, and it just sounded so good. I was like, "Girl, I want to go up there and perform." Asked them when I could come back and perform, and she was like, "He said you could come back next week." And I came back next week, and my first time, like everybody loved that shit. Like
she killed their
I
ass.
killed that motherfucking shit. They loved that shit. And how I knew my shit was the shit, because, bitch, it was quiet. When you performing and you don't hear shit in the room, that mean that you controlling the motherfucking room, bitch. They in tune to what the fuck you
I
saying
ain't never
right
been
now.
to like no poetry, so it's you saying that is new. You said it was completely quiet in there.
Yeah, that's like with anyone. Like, even if you do, like, you a comedian. If you go do comedy and people either laughing or quiet as hell, that mean your shit good, because, bitch, we listening to what you saying. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they was like, we loved it. But I already knew they was going to love it, because, see, I be goddamn manifesting, and I had manifested that when I got on that stage and I left off, everybody's going to come up to me and be like, "Oh, we loved your poem. We loved your poem." And they did that shit.
For real. Like, how was that feeling when you got off a stage and they started clapping and snapping their fingers? I know you was feeling hella good when you.
I was feeling good, but that's when the anxiety kicked in. And then when them snapping fingers, I used to hate that shit. Bitch, I'm not rewinding shit. I'm going.
That's what that mean?
Yeah, like, it's good. Or sometimes they'll be like, this mean it's good. But usually when they do that, they also be like, rewind. And when they say rewind, they want you to say it again. Like, girl, you
This
must
a
don't know
one
my
take.
stomach hurting. One and done. I would not do two. You know, but now I'm not like that no more. I overcame that. But, yeah.
That's dope right there. That's a dope story. I ain't even gonna go into the story unless you want to talk about it the time you said you.
Okay, y'all. So the first time, well, this actually wasn't the first time, but this is the reason why I didn't want to do 2 poems before this, and after that, I definitely didn't want to do 2 poems. So recently, I did 2 poems, and bitch, I was a beast at that shit. Now I know I can do that shit, but. So one time, again, when I get off the stage, y'all, like, and everybody start clapping on the inside, I used to have bad anxiety, like, my stomach would just start cramping up, I'll start sweating, and I feel like I gotta throw up, and I went to the bathroom to vomit every night after every performance, like, but nobody in the audience never knew, because I knew how to hold my composure till I got to the bathroom. But this one particular day, they was like, can you do 2 poems? And I was like, well, I think I could do it. Because I had started using my little lavender and stuff. I was like, I think I got this under control. Child, I hit a little lavender, rubbed a little on me. When I got to the middle of that second poem, I just, like, vomited right there on stage. But I knew it was going to come out. But I didn't really think it was. I thought it was going to stay in for me. That shit came out. And everybody was just looking. And I was, like, embarrassed, but I didn't really give a fuck, because, bitch, now I gotta sit down, bitch, fuck that, I done threw up. But then, as soon as I, like, got, threw up, cleaned myself up and shit, then my mom was like, nah, you gotta go back on there. You gotta finish that shit. I don't give a damn if you threw up. And I went back on there, and I finished that shit, and everybody motherfucking loved that shit. After that show, they did the same thing. Oh, girl, we loved it. You did an amazing job. You got right back up there. If at first you don't succeed, pick yourself back up and try again.
You goddamn right. You goddamn right. Now, what you doing podcasting, who are some of your favorite podcasters to listen to?
Ooh.
It can be anybody. I mean, male, female. It could be anybody. TV shows.
Oh, Breakfast Club. That's
Breakfast.
number
You
one.
folks with the Breakfast Club.
I love them.
Do you like Breakfast Club with Charlamagne and Envy, or Charlamagne, Envy, and Yee? Because I feel like
Charlamagne, Envy, and Jess.
You like Jess better than Yee?
Mm-hmm. Angela Yee, like, she okay. I fuck with Angela Yee, but she just, sometimes Angela Yee be defending whole shit. Now, I'm going to just keep it real.
Just
You know
go
what I'm
goddamn
saying?
call it like it is.
She gonna tell that shit how it is. It don't matter if you a woman or not. And I love all my ladies, of course. I'm a woman, but sometimes the truth gotta be told, not just for us, but for men too. Like, I like a podcaster they just they self. They gonna tell the truth. They ain't trying to make this shit sound sweet. It is what it is.
Absolutely.
And don't be trying to defend some shit that you know some bullshit. If a bitch a hoe, she a hoe. You know what I'm saying? We not defending that shit. Just hilarious. Let's see who else I like. I like Charleston White, but he ain't no podcaster. So whatever podcasters have his ass on there, I be loving that shit.
Real street stars. Hold on one second. Let me open this window up.
Oh, I know who I like. What's that band I like, baby? The football player? Shay Shay. Oh, I love motherfucking Shay Shay.
I was just listening to
Shay Shay. I love Club
He
Shay
got
Shay.
an interview with Lavelle Crawford I'm listening to right now. Man, I don't know how he do it. Like, man, like, he get it up out. It must be that Shay by the Portier.
I think it's that he made people feel comfortable. Like, when you set your atmosphere to what I feel like I'm at home, I'm going to be more likely to open up to you. Like,
For
and
sure.
then just his voice made that shit funny. Like, when he was like, nah, Cap, you can't say that, nah, Cap.
now that Cat Williams interview went so damn stupid. I think he got 63 million. That's the most views ever for any podcast. Like, yeah, he beat Joe Rogan and shit.
That shit
so
was hot.
I think he made like almost damn near $1 million off of that one interview.
I like that podcast. I like the other I think he a football player, basketball player, something too. He got a podcast. He got his little hat collection and stuff. Huh? Yeah, Cam Newton. I like Cam Newton.
Yeah.
I like that podcast.
You know, I'm a Cam head.
I like
yeah.
that podcast.
Cam crazy though, for real. Charleston say Cam wasn't trying to pay him no money. And that was Cam Newton got 6 million views off of that interview. He said he made about 60 grand. That's why I'm tripping off. Like, if I get 6 million views, how the hell I'm only getting 60 grand?
Oh, cause you get paid. It's $10 per 1,000 views. But if you think about it, the money still add up because he got 60 grand. That's just from one video. Look how many videos he posts. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Shoot, because if I get 60 grand for one video, I'm gonna be trying to, bro, I'm gonna be trying to post a video every goddamn day.
Every 30 seconds, bitch. New video, bitch.
You ain't lying about this. 60 grand.
Yeah,
that's life change. Oh yeah, boy.
So it seemed like, dang, it's just that amount. But yeah, if you got multiple videos, I got 30,000 for this one, 40,000, 50,000, even 10,000, 5,000, 500, all that shit.
Shoot, if I was getting 3,000, boy, every video, I'd be posting a video every day of the week, probably too.
Y'all get his motherfucking views up.
I definitely could
get these goddamn views up.
I don't know if I quit my job, but yeah, I probably might quit my job. 3,000 every video. If I'm getting 3,000 every video, I'm posting 2 videos a day on my mama. I'm quitting my damn job.
Let me put it in 2-week notice.
What? Motherfucker get a 2-second notice. Hell no. Look, this will stop me from putting in the 2-week notice. I was working at Walmart, right? And I gave them motherfuckers a 2-week notice. These motherfuckers gonna come to me like, as soon as I give the 2-week notice, well, we don't need you here anymore. Yeah, before the 2 weeks was up. I said ever since then, it's just been like, if I know I got a new job, the day I clock out, I'm like, hey, this is my last day, y'all.
Adios, amigos. Bye, bitch.
Or I do one of these. I be waiting for them to say some dumb ass shit. Just, man, fuck this shit. I be sitting there waiting for them to say some,
like, this the moment right now.
Look, my old lady already be knowing. I come in the house a week early. She looking at me like, what happened? I said, I quit that motherfucker. They said the wrong shit to me. I walked the fuck out. For real. Now, who is one person that you would just love to interview?
Ooh, it gotta be one.
It could be a couple people. I really want. If you got more than one head, yeah, I want to hear it.
I want to.
We're gonna speak it into existence for sure.
Speak that shit into existence, y'all. I want to interview Charleston White.
Hey,
I want to interview Nicki Minaj because that's my Sagittarius sister. So our shit ain't even finna be about no regular conversation. Like, we just talk about straight Sagittarius shit. Right. I want to talk to her. Who else? Beyonce. I love to interview Beyonce. If I could get Beyonce, yeah, because I love Beyonce anyways. I love her motherfucking music. I ain't no Beehive and none of that shit. But I fuck with Beyonce. So I like to interview Beyonce. Who else? Because we was just talking about this, and I was like, I'd like to interview somebody. I don't remember. I'd like to interview Diddy. Motherfucking Jay-Z. Because, shit, my podcast about business shit, like, he gonna really put people on, like, not like on a millionaire level. Like, he gonna put y'all on to get to a billionaire level, but I'm talking about, my shit be about ground roots. I ain't talking about what you is now, because there's a lot of people that's out there that ain't no fucking millionaire, and they trying to be that. You know what I'm saying? So, I love to talk to him, because that motherfucker smart as hell.
Hey, yeah, but since you brought up Diddy, did you see the video?
With him dragging that girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that right there?
I was like, that's fucked up. But then I found out that, and y'all don't hate me for this shit, but then I found out that Cassie was the side chick, and she used to be there when Diddy used to be there with Kim.
Yeah.
So now my heart as a woman don't feel bad for you no more, because
you knew that
I think that was fucked up. Not only did you know that was coming, bitch, you a side bitch. I don't got respect for side bitches. I'm telling y'all right motherfucking now. If a side bitch get their ass whooped by that nigga, that's what your ass get. Bitch, you should have went and got your own motherfucking nigga that loved you for you. Nah, bitch, you tried to go take her place. Thought you was gonna take that love and it didn't motherfucking work out, bitch. I don't respect side bitches. So I was like, damn, that shit fucked up. But then when I heard that shit, I was like, girl,
You knew it was coming.
ain't nobody feeling sorry for you no more, bitch. No.
Damn, Cassie. And then what they said, not only this, but she would watch Kim get beat up and damn near kind of like pick at her and shit.
Right. What
And-
goes around comes around. Now her spirit got your ass get beat.
Do you think? I ain't gonna ask that question.
Go on and ask me.
Do you think Diddy did something to Kim?
Yep. Allegedly.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Allegedly. But that's how I feel about it because I just put two and two together. You done did all this other shit. Why the fuck wouldn't you do that? Yeah, because you a controller motherfucker. You like this shit to be under control, nigga. And if shit don't go your way, you calling the end. I done heard how you allegedly had while lay ass over that goddamn balcony, leg swinging. I done seen how you be her. Like, I feel like he the type of motherfucker, like,
Blew
if he want some shit
car.
gone, right, you did all that. You want some shit, like, is some shit about to be known or you really, really about to be gone and he really, really care about you, it's not going down like that. I feel like his mind might be like, I'm fucking you in that nigga up because that's what the proof done showed me. So that's what I think. Allegedly, this the proof. But, yeah, I think he did do something to that lady.
They said she was about to come out with a damn book exposing everything, so he stopped that in his tracks. And then something else, like, when he wouldn't let nobody like do a autopsy of the body and shit. He had 24-hour security around her body before she was buried, so nobody could take her body and like it's some weird shit with that dude for sure.
Yeah.
Now, so far, what is your favorite moment that so far with your podcast that just stick out to you the most?
A favorite moment?
Yeah.
With a certain person?
Well, it could be
just
with a
in
certain,
general?
just anything. Like the first thing that come to your mind, like your biggest and favorite moment that you can remember to this day.
Ooh, my biggest and favorite moment? Because I have so many of them. And my favorite moment always be like at the end of my podcast, like when they say how much they love being there, and like when the guests, like at the end of my show, guests don't leave. Like every guest that came to my podcast, they like hang around because the energy good and we chilling like family. You know what I'm saying?
telling you, it's so dope for real because like when you had me on, your husband and shit, like he make the show funny to me for real because he be having his little sidebars and shit. You be like, bro, what you say? Like it just felt like I was over my cousin. I was at my cousin's house.
Right. So I love that, like, just to see my guests happy, to know they had a good time, to know that they feel comfortable with me, like, they feel like family. Like, that's really my favorite moments of the goddamn show. And when every guest I had, too, one thing they always say, I'm going to come back for another one if you let me.
For sure. Now, not only are you doing your thing in the podcast world, but you just got nominated for Podcast of the Year for the 704 Hip Hop Culture Awards. How does that feel to be nominated for award for Podcast of the Year?
That shit felt good because I wasn't expecting that shit. First of all, y'all, I only got 200 and some followers right now on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, I ain't got a lot either. Well, it's on the way. I ain't gonna say I ain't got no lot.
You can take them headphones off.
YouTube is rising right now too. You know what I'm saying? So that shit made me feel so fucking happy. I was like, babe, we got nominated. Like, because I was so surprised. And then what made me feel good, even better, when I went in the comments and I seen people like Cousin T. Like, that shit felt good as hell. Like, I appreciate that shit. I love Charlotte. And Charlotte love me back. Like, this my second city. You know what
we
I'm
claiming
saying?
you. This your first. We claiming you. You ain't from Orlando no more. You from Charlotte. How long you been here?
8 years.
Oh, you from Charlotte, goddammit.
Yeah.
If you been here, we claiming you. Nah, Pimp. You been here more than 4. I always be like, if you been here more than 4 years, you from goddamn Charlotte.
Yes.
You definitely, you know your way. You been to Baptist Ford. Oh, you from Charlotte?
I went to Betty's Ford the other day. I was like, and that was my day, like, first actually exploring Betty Ford, not just going on the highway, but like in the inner streets and shit, like going deep into the neighborhoods. I was like, babe, because I always just tell him, like, I don't know what a project said in Charlotte, because I ain't really seen none.
Ain't none no more.
I seen some Betty's Ford. I seen like 3 projects, or maybe they was regular apartments.
If you go down this street called Dundee, like LaSalle and Betty's Ford, that's hood as shit. And this is a street called Dundee, like woo, one way in, one way out. But I don't feel.
Maybe it ain't projects. It's just hood.
It's just
I
hood.
thought it was the projects, y'all.
It's just hood.
But yeah.
Yeah, but I know it can't be. Y'all? I know y'all got hoods in Orlando. They don't look nothing like. Cause I don't feel like Charlotte got hoods to me. It's not.
That's why I never thought I ain't never see the project. Cause I ain't never see that really look like.
Like
projects,
they
you know
gone. Like we used to have Delahaye Courts and Earl Village and Fairview Homes. They tore all them shits down and built like in Double Oaks and all these places. Like they tore all them places down and put up condos now.
Yeah, I ain't really seen no projects. I thought them was the project job, but I was wrong. That was the hood. I even told my little cousin, like, because one of my little cousins, she get housed. I was like, you need to come to Charlotte.
For real.
They housing like regular apartments. You're going to be living good.
I'm telling you.
Nice. Up to date. Like,
it's some places off West Boulevard that's brand new. I'm talking about they ain't paying nothing but like $200 something a month. And I'm like, these apartments look wonderful. But they say at nighttime, it go the fuck down. It look nice during the day, but at nighttime it definitely go down. But Charlotte doesn't have any more hoods to me. They all gone. Gentrification, is that how you say it?
Gentrification.
Man, they got people walking. They got people walking their dogs. I'm like, 10 years ago, ain't nowhere in hell you would be able to, like, if you was to go farther down the plaza, that was called like North Charlotte.
But this is the best time to go buy some in that type of area because you're going to get some for cheap. And, in a couple years, this shit about to be booming.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. But it's. I feel like it's all a big cycle because right now it's a lot of white folk right now. But 20 years from now, it's going to be black folk again. And I just feel like it's a big old cycle.
Like the suburbs come to the inner city for a couple years. And then they leave back and go back to the suburbs, and then they just rotate. Right now, they all in downtown and the high rises and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Until we start coming, then they be like, "Oh no, we got to get away from uptown." So, on your podcast, I noticed that there's a lot of woman empowerment, black woman empowerment. Like, how important is that to showcase that to the world? Because I noticed like you have a lot of black women, and you showing a lot of like business women and things like that. Can you tell the people how important it is to showcase black woman empowerment and bosses and CEOs and stuff like that?
I think that shit really important because shit, I'm a woman.
Absolutely.
So I love women, you know what I'm saying? And especially now because there's so much controversy, male against women, women against male. Like I love male too, but I love women because I'm a woman, so I'm gonna be there for women always. Now I'm gonna tell y'all if y'all did some fucked up shit that I'm not like them other women who love y'all and go sugarcoat that shit. I'm gonna keep it real now. Sis, you fucked up, but you can get this shit back right. You know what I'm saying? But
she gonna keep that shit 100.
That shit is important to me. You know what I'm saying? And don't get mad at me, man, but they be like, money make the world go round, women make the world go round. You know what I'm saying? Life come out of women. They call Earth Mother Earth. Like, we are life. We bring life to situations. Like, even in your relationship, the woman bringing life to that dream, to that idea, to that whatever you going to. She bringing life. Like, that's naturally in us. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I feel like me empowering women going to bring more life to the earth, more life to the planet. And then other women know, too. Yeah, they out here with all these sexy reds, all that twerking, all that. But guess what, sis? It's another way that you could do this shit. And this the right. And this shit going to last. Like, she took these steps. This is what she went through. She had to go through shit too, but this is where it got her at. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the minority community in general. Like, yeah, women important to me, but I'm gonna say like I try to empower just like my community, and I bring black people who got shit going on on that platform. You know what I'm saying? To do that, like, so that shit is important to me in general because number one, I'm black, and number two, I'm a fucking woman. I love motherfucking black people. I love my community. I try to give back as much as I can. Like, I love black people as a whole. Why? Because I'm black.
Absolutely.
And I love me. So if I love me, I gotta love them. They me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. And my thing, it's probably like a young kid that didn't watch the episodes. Like, I didn't know you could. I could make a career out of doing this.
Right.
So you sparking the minds because everybody just think the only way you can is football, basketball, rapping, like. But it's so many ways to get a bag, like,
right.
For real. Like, you have so many different people come on and explain what they do. Like, you had a dude that had a hookah shop. I think he got his own hookah.
Jebediah Hookah, shout out to him. That's our sponsor.
Like,
shout out to Jebediah.
Like, for real. Then you had another lady come on there. I think this was your first interview. She was her mama. I forgot. She stayed in North Charlotte. She light skinned lady. I forgot what her name is.
She's a therapist.
I think she opened up her own like
therapy session.
Yeah, and she said she can come in when she want. She hire who she want. Like I feel like as black people, it's important for us to see stuff like that.
Yeah, she was a mental She's a mental health therapist, like, and she had her own practice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah,
you don't hear about that too much. Now, we finna get into it now. I want to go ahead and say right now, congratulations, because tomorrow you getting married.
Yes, y'all. I'm going to be a wife, y'all. Yes.
Now, let me ask you, how did you and your husband meet, for real?
Oh, I always tell this story. I just told it last night to our family on the porch. So it was a week before the Beyonce concert.
Oh.
And my good friend had called me. She was like, girl, come over here and see me because I ain't had seen her in a minute. Like, probably about 2-3 months. She was like, I'm down the street from your uncle's house. Come over here when you finish. I'm at my friend's house. The friend was like my husband. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't know him at that time. So I went over there. Just mingled. I went to go buy me a little hookah because they ain't have no hookah over there, y'all. So I had to go buy me a little hookah, brought my hookah back. We was just chilling. He just kept staring at me and shit. And in my mind, I'm like, what is this boy staring at?
Like, God damn, bro, what you was saying in your head, bro.
Right. But the whole time, he had another girl over there. So I'm like, ain't that his girlfriend? You know, I ain't know if it was his girlfriend or not. But, so I left. The next day, she was like, girl, boo, won't you, girl? I was like, girl, I'm not worried about that boy. He had a whole girl over there. Ain't this his girlfriend? She was like, no, that's not his girlfriend. It's just his friend. I was like, oh, yeah, girl, I ain't interested. Then the Beyonce concert had came
up. You ain't shut my dude down like that.
That was just the beginning. I love that nigga. Nah, that's my motherfucking baby. So, but yeah. See, sometimes you gotta play hard to get a little bit, y'all.
Hey, she wanted you, bro. She was playing. She wanted you the whole time. As soon as she hung up the phone, she was like,
Yeah, but then it was like, I didn't know if that was really his situation or not with that chick. And one thing about me, I don't play first place. I don't play second runner up, baby. I'm number one. Ain't no 2, 3, and 4. I don't play that. Ladies, you want to be a wife, you can't play second runner up and number 2, baby. That's not wife mentality. You can't fucking think like that. Like, I don't accept that kind of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was the main reason too. So I was like, nah. Then Beyonce came up next week. We needed somewhere to park. I was like, girl, call your friend Boo. He lived right there down the street from the Beyonce concert. So we could go park over there. So we parked over there. He was staring at me again. Just staring. Like, I was like, oh, okay. And then the next day after the concert, she was like, girl, I told you he wants you, girl. He said, can he have your number? I was like, girl, just give it to him. So I gave him my number. We went out on our first date. But on the first date, I still ain't think it was going to work. I was like, no, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. And then I went home and I thought about all his qualities. I was like, that's a good-ass man. Like, he got some great qualities. And he might have some things at that time that I ain't like as a quality, but I had to balance it out. And the good qualities definitely outweighed those little things that could be worked on. You know what I'm saying? So I had called him back or whatever. I was like, you want to take me on a second date?
Bro, what you said when she called you back, you was like,
He was like, yep, where you want to go? So I do my days be simple, y'all. I ain't know. I like dates where I'm going to do shit that I like to do, and I like to smoke me a good motherfucking hookah and maybe eat some food. So I was like, we could go to the little hookah lounge. They got the paint and sip or whatever over there. So we had went over there. And
You crazy talking about? I come say you want to go to the second date.
no, I said, do you want to take me on the second date?
Oh.
I couldn't say you want to go on a date. I ain't the man, I'm the woman, but I still want to go on a date. But I want you to take me on a date. So
You know that man wasn't gonna say no.
Right.
How he was staring at you. You said you parked this car, bro. Was like,
listen, we've been locked in ever since that second date. That's been my baby. We've been right here rocking out every day. Been together every day since then.
heck yeah, man. I love to hear it.
Second
I
date,
love
I
to
said,
hear it.
yeah, that's gonna be my man. He don't even know it. The next day, he was my motherfucking man, y'all. It don't take long.
She say, hey, this mine. This is mine.
It don't take long. He was like, you want to be my girlfriend? Yep. Girl, I done got me a man.
Look, and your friend was telling you the whole time, he like you trying to play hard to get.
Yeah.
Look.
Because the situation. And then even when we started talking, he was like, nah, it ain't no situation. You know, he had his little friends or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's fine because he was single when I met him, so I ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? But as time go on, if that person really into you, all that shit gonna fall out the way. You ain't even gotta press him about it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Whew,
yeah,
you got tears coming in my eye, boy. Y'all crazy. Now, how is it to have a supportive husband? Because not only is, you know what I'm saying, he hands on with the podcast, like, and he really supporting you. Like, I feel like he's really like behind the scenes. He got a camera, this, that, and the third. Like, how important is it to have a supportive, significant other helping you with your dreams?
I think that a support system is everything, especially if your man your support system, like, and you his support system. That's a fucking amazing thing because can't nothing come in between y'all. Y'all supporting each other, y'all there for each other. Like, that shit feel great because a lot of people will be like, they fuck with you, but do they really fuck with you? Is they really there for you like that? Like, my husband there for me. Like, I love him and I appreciate him for that. That shit mean everything to me. Like, you know, and I'll support him the same way because I'm his backbone. You know, I was created to be his backbone.
Ain't nothing better. Yeah. Ain't nothing better than when shit going wrong and you can goddamn gonna go to your old lady and goddamn talk to her about it and shit. She just build you up. Like, right. I'm telling you, it's nothing better than that for real. Boy, I love y'all story, bro. She said he was just looking at me. My friend say, he like you. Look, trying to play hard to get. Bruh say, I'm getting her. I don't care what the hell.
Yeah, because in my mind, I'm thinking like, boy, why is you looking at me? Don't you got that girl in the house?
Bruh, what you say? What you was thinking when she say, can they park their cars for the Beyonce concert?
Come on. I'm trying to block her car.
What is shell, boy? Oh. Okay, I asked you about this. Okay, let me ask you this. With you doing a podcast, and what are some of your no-nos when you're doing a podcast? Some shit that just grinds your motherfucking gears.
When the guests don't want to open up, like, I don't really like interviewing people who, like, you just answer basic questions. Like, you giving, like, surface answers. Like, I like my podcast to really open up and get deep into it. So that's a grind. That's one thing I hate. I don't like that shit. Like, that's why I call all of the guests, even after they sign up with the because I send them a link. Like, they hit me up, I want to come on a podcast. I'm gonna do my research, check them out. If I like them, I'm gonna bring them on a podcast, send them a link, call them. I call them like a couple days before just to get that energy. Like, if your energy, that's a big thing for me. Like, if your energy ain't right, bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Another thing is, sometimes when you pop your shit like that, like, you have snakes that'll get in your inbox and act like they trying to really rock out like that. But, bitch, they really be trying to steal your identity and shit. Like, that's a motherfucking no-no, bitch. Don't motherfucking come over here to me, bitch, and try to do some snake-ass shit. And the next day, I'm watching your ass, and the person you sent this interview to asking all my motherfucking questions, bitch, that's a motherfucking no-no. Like, I don't like that kind of snake shit. Like, that's really it. Don't open up in motherfucking snakes. This is a motherfucking no-no for me. Other than that, everything goes over here.
For real. She say, stop trying to bite her shit, bro.
Right.
I don't blame you. Now, we starting to get to the end of the interview and stuff right now.
Can I say what about that?
Heck yeah.
A no-no is don't get too drunk. Like, get drunk enough to
you,
handle your
you,
composure.
you almost had me goddamn in a.
No, but you can handle yourself. I be like just sloppy drunk on camera, being all that, like doing unnecessary shit. Like, that's a no-no.
But I'm about to hit the shit and but you be having to look at that for the people.
I know
You
somebody,
had a whole-
said that.
Look,
the
y'all,
thing
she
is,
had a
you gotta
whole
drink
bottle of Hennessy for me.
Listen, what the commercials say, drink responsibly. It's time for you to drink responsibly. You cannot be irresponsible drinker is a no-no on my shit.
Look, I was one more shot away from goddamn doing one of these right here.
Oh, no, that's fine, because we can edit that shit.
Oh, man. You shell for real. You shell. Now, what's next for the Cousin T podcast?
Dang, what's next is I would like to take our podcast on the opposite coast, like have go back and forth, be on both coasts, so I can connect with people from that coast and people from this coast. Like, as far as next, like, that's something that I really like to do. So I could be on the West Coast connecting with people in Vegas, California, everywhere over there, Arizona, and then over here connecting with the East Coast. So that's really big. Something that I want to do next.
Something that you gonna do next.
Something that I'm gonna do next.
You ain't wanting to do nothing. Yeah. That's what you fitting to do next.
Yeah. The next big thing, getting the motherfucking followers up, being at 100,000 before December 31st.
For real. For real. But one thing, something, a lot of people buy their followers.
I ain't doing that shit.
Me neither. I'd rather organically.
Yeah, and then, I'm really more of a young YouTube content creator, so I need my followers to be goddamn giving me views. Views what's getting you paid. The motherfucker subscribing is just helping you stay at the monetizing level, but that's not what's views is what's getting you paid. If you got fake fucking people, how your views up?
Exactly. And then I be looking on people's Instagram. You could tell when they got a fake Instagram. Motherfucker have 54,000 followers, right? This how I do it. I go through all their posts, right? 4 comments here, 2 comments here,
right.
3.
That shit fake as fuck. You got that many followers, you gonna have at least goddamn 500 comments, 600, 1,000 comments. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Stop the cap. Stop, and they'll pay for them too. I'm like, and then get the verified check.
Bitch, how you verify? I'm not doing that. I'm not paying y'all to verify me. When I reach 1 million followers, y'all, I'm still not paying y'all for what?
Y'all better verify me yourself.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, this is a question I like to ask every guest on the show. If you had words of advice or keys to success for anybody that's trying to get into podcasting, what would you tell them?
I'll tell you to find your niche. Like, I don't think it's good to get no podcast and just be all over the place. Because, that's another thing, too. Like, when I started off, I was kind of all over the place, but people still like my shit. But when I found that niche, people start coming and gravitating towards me more. So I'm going to say, find your niche. I'm going to say, I think it's best if you do a podcast by yourself because you got your own ideas. Can't nobody tell you what the fuck to think. You got full creative control of your shit. So, get your own shit. Don't go in this bitch thinking, oh, you finna get $100,000 check the next day. It don't fucking work like that. You gotta really be good at that motherfucking shit. And ask people, what you think about the podcast? Bitch, tell me the truth. Don't lie. What you think? What you think I could do better? Because they gonna always keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? And just be yourself. Be yourself. And then when you in the beginning stage and you hitting people up and they don't want to come on that interview, that's fine. Don't let that shit deter you. Ooh. Sometimes that shit might make you feel a little bad. You ain't got to worry about that shit. And I'm going to tell you why you ain't got to worry about that shit. Because if you keep going forward and you got really good content, you don't even got to hit nobody up no more. I'm telling you from experience, they're going to be in your goddamn inbox. Absolutely. Like I said, again, I only got probably 250 something like that right now, 260 something on Instagram, but people are constantly in my inbox like, hey, I want to come on your podcast. How I can get on your podcast? In the beginning, I was hearing bitches who was like, I done hit somebody who I thought was a little local celebrity from my city, somebody that was here who I thought was popping. Bitch, they left me on red, but that's fine, because, bitch, you gonna want to come back to my shit. I don't call people no more like that. I'm only calling you, like, if I really, really fuck with you and I see you on some great shit, I'm like, damn, I want to bring them on. But really, I ain't got to call people no more, because people be always in my inbox, and our podcast be booked out for months. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay focused. Don't let that shit deter you. If they keep you on red, it don't motherfucking matter, sis. They're gonna be right back. It don't matter, bro. They'll be back, and if they don't be back, it don't matter, because it's gonna be 10 other motherfuckers better than they ass that's gonna want to come.
Absolutely.
Keep your day job or have some type of hustle on the side, because that money ain't coming right now. Like, you gotta, this can't be, oh, this is my job. Nah, life real out here. You gotta have some real life shit going on and do what you like to do on the side and still make some money from that shit. Like, have you some guaranteed motherfucking income coming in. Be cautious of who the fuck you bring on your shit. Like, don't just be bringing people on because you want some motherfucking views. You need to check out their energy and check out their vibe. Like, if they seem like a weirdo, don't bring them in your motherfucking presence.
Have some weirdo goddamn standing outside of your house goddamn 3 o'clock in the morning on some. You better not do that over here. I'm telling you.
Stay focused. Keep going. You can start your podcast with your motherfucking phone. Pull out that phone and start your shit tonight if you feel like that's something that you want to do, and just stay consistent with that shit. Go to YouTube University. They're going to show y'all everything that you need to fucking know. And most importantly, never lose your personality. Keep your personality. Stay who you is. Stay true to yourself, and the love for you going to come. And give love to people. You got to be a giver to receive. You can't give because you want to receive, but if you want to receive anything in life, you got to give. Like, that's just the law of the universe. Like, you got to be a giver. So give with an open heart. Give with a pure heart. Keep your heart true. Keep love in your heart and give with love sincerely, and people going to show you back love in return.
Absolutely, man.
And go buy my goddamn book. 369 Manifestation Journal, y'all. 369 Method Manifestation Journal.
Hold on. We're not going to skip over. You got a book?
Yes.
Nah, we ain't finna skip over that shit. I ain't know that. Let's talk about
Amazon.
it before we...
I sell it on Amazon. It's a manifestation journal, because, y'all, I'm a manifestation queen. See, I grew up in church, so the prayer life, that was always about me. But as I got older, I realized different things from church and the different things of reality, so I kind of don't go to church like that no more, but I still got God in my heart, and you know what I'm saying? I'm connected with God spiritually, you know what I'm saying? And I manifest. Manifest is just like praying. Close your eyes, manifest what the fuck you want. Thank God for what you got. Be grateful for what you got, and think about what the fuck you want to have in your life. And then after you finish thinking about that shit, get up and go make that shit happen, and God gonna make it happen for you. But I got a journal, and it's a manifestation journal. It's a guided journal. Like, I just guide you through the steps of manifesting.
Okay.
And you can get that on Amazon.
So you with the 369 method?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I bought one of them joints off of You been on TikTok how they was advertising that I'm gonna show you when we get up out of here. But if the people wanted to buy one, tell them that how they could actually get on Amazon, and y'all need to cop those.
Y'all go on Amazon, and it's a long title. You can put in 369 Method 21 Day Manifestation Journal, or you can just go on my YouTube page. If you go on my YouTube page, click on one of them videos. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure that you share, and you're gonna see the link right there in the description. It's gonna take you right there. You could also go on my social media pages, on my Instagram. It's gonna take you right to there. You can go, and that's the I Am Goddess, the Poetic Goddess 7 page. My link for my journal is on that page if y'all want to go get it. Make sure y'all go get it, because I'm going to help y'all manifest, honey.
For real. Manifestation is real.
Yeah.
All day. Now, one more time before we get up out of here, what's your Instagram, what's your TikTok, your MySpace, your all your social media so the people can follow you?
Okay. So for Instagram, again, I got the Poetic Goddess 7. That's my regular page. That's where you're going to find my manifestation journals at. And I got Cousins T Podcast. Make sure y'all go follow that right now. And that's on Instagram. Also on TikTok, I got Cousins T Podcast. And on YouTube, I got Cousins T Podcast.
Okay, now.
And that's CUZNSTEA.
All right, now y'all go run it up. Now go follow my sister podcast on Instagram or TikTok. Go buy her manifestation book. I want to say again, congratulations.
Thank
Tomorrow, your big day.
Yes.
Boy, y'all, hey, you had me in here with tears in my eyes how y'all met. Boy, y'all crazy now, for real. But like I said, I appreciate you for taking your time out your busy day to come over here and fuck with me, for real. Like, I've been watching you from when you first started to right now. Like, one thing I noticed about you, like, you consistent. You every week you dropping. I say, when you first came, I was like, okay, she consistent. And that's what I feel like sets you apart from everybody else, and that's what's gonna make you goddamn shine. So sis, keep doing your motherfucking thing,
Thank
goddamn.
you.
And y'all motherfuckers that goddamn left her on red. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all gonna see for sure. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, y'all, thank y'all for watching the G Rich Show. We got the one and only Goddess 7 in the house, man. Y'all give her a round of applause. We out. Go run them links up. Hey, go follow on Instagram. Hey, and go vote for 704 Hip Hop Culture Awards Podcast of the Year too, man. For real,
Yeah,
we
both
out.
of us.
Yeah, I don't. If one of us wins, shit, I'll let you win. I'm gonna be up in there.
Right. Right. Vice
They
versa.
gonna be like, who is this